What if the most dangerous thing you carry isn't outside you, but a memory your brain refuses to forget? Today, I will talk about how memories are formed and how trauma affects this process. I'm Professor Shania Rathod, a psychiatrist in the United Kingdom. I post interesting videos on well-being weekly on my YouTube channel, so please don't forget to subscribe and you will not miss out on the next one. Most of us think memories just sit quietly in the back of our minds like old photos in a box. But traumatic memories don't behave that way. They barge into the present, bring their emotions with them, and sometimes run the show before we even understand what's happening. Strong emotional memories, especially the ones tied to fear, are incredibly stubborn and they can resurface as intrusive thoughts, flashbacks, numbness, or sudden waves of panic. It can feel exactly like John Irwin described when he wrote, "You think you have a memory, but actually it has you." To understand why trauma feels so overwhelming, let me break down something surprisingly simple. Your brain actually stores memories in two different ways, and trauma takes advantage of both of them. So, first is the verbal system, the part that tells the story of what happened. This is the memory you can describe, explain, put into words. It lives in the more advanced part of the brain that helps us make sense of the world, create timelines, and connects events into something that feels like a narrative. Then there is the non-verbal system, and this one is older, faster, and much more intense. It stores sensations, images, sounds, smells, and raw emotions, the kind of memories you feel in your body before you can think them through. Now, this part of the brain works like an alarm system, sending signals straight to the amygdala, the area that reacts to danger. It bypasses logic completely, and because of that, it reacts in milliseconds. So, when something reminds you of a trauma, a smell, a noise, a place, your body can launch into fear mode long before your thinking brain catches up. This explains why someone can know they are safe while still feeling terrified. Now, these two systems also explain why traumatic memories can feel so confusing. The non-verbal part hits instantly with emotion, while the verbal part struggles to piece together the story that makes sense. It's like one big part of our brain is screaming while the other part is trying to write a calm journal entry about it. Now, to understand how these memories get so deeply stuck, let's zoom out to understand how actually memory works in general. Every memory starts with encoding, your brain taking in the information. Then comes consolidation, your brain strengthening the memory so it sticks. And finally, storage, where the memory is tucked into long term memory. All of this involves major brain structures like the hippocampus, which acts like a librarian organizing your experiences, and the amygdala, which stamps emotional importance into events. When something terrifying happens, the amygdala says, "This is important for survival, never forget this." So the memory becomes extra strong and extra sticky. For a long time, scientists thought that once a memory was stored, it stayed fixed. However, new research shows something more fascinating. When a memory is recalled, it actually becomes unstable for a moment before it locks back into place. This is called reconsolidation, and it means memories can be updated, changed, or softened, especially trauma memories. There's also another process called extinction, where the brain slowly learns that a trigger is no longer dangerous, reducing the fear response over time. But in conditions like PTSD or trauma related psychosis, these processes don't work properly. The emotional part of the memory stays loud, and the thinking part struggles to keep up. That's why even a small, harmless reminder can cause a huge reaction. The brain is pattern matching old danger into new situations. The traumatic memory generalizes, spreading from the original event to anything that feels even slightly similar. But the good news is that while the emotional memory system is powerful, it's not unchangeable. New experiences, safety, therapeutic work, and gradual relearning can help the brain create updated memories that are stronger than the old fear based ones. The key is understanding that trauma isn't simply in the past, it's wired across these two memory systems, shaping our emotions, reactions, and sense of safety in the present. And by understanding how these systems work, we can finally start to understand why trauma feels the way it does and how people can heal from the most stubborn memories the brain refuses to forget. Please subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed today's video. The more subscribers I have, the more YouTube gives me the ability to make more creative videos. Like it, share it, tell it. Tell it to all the people you know, and thank you for watching.